delighted that all of you have decided to spend your Friday with us. My name is Teresa Lubbers, and I have the privilege of being the Commissioner for Higher Education, and had the opportunity to work with many of you in the room, but many of you have probably not attended an event like this before, and I think the topic of today's convening has been an especially important one, and as I said, we're delighted to have you here with us. I want to spend just a few moments sharing a little bit of information about the Commission and how we're organized, because I think it is a little bit pertinent to the discussion today as well, especially in the context of the state's strategic plan. The Commission for Higher Education, and there's information in your program on that first page, was passed by state statute in 1971. So we're into our fourth decade of operating as a coordinating board for higher education. More states have what we have in Indiana, which is a coordinating board. And as the name would indicate, our charge is to coordinate a system of higher education. You might think of it like this: the Commission does those things that no one institution could do on its own. And so in that context, we're in the throes right now, obviously, of a budget session at the legislature, so we make recommendations for the funding of higher education. We actually approve degrees and programs at the public institutions. So at your schools, after a new degree or program or school is being considered and it goes through your board of trustees, eventually it comes to the Commission for final approval. And under most circumstances, the template for approval is so clear that those degrees and programs are generally approved, but we make sure that there is a compelling need for those programs as we look at that. We actually also, in addition to the statutory charge for funding and for degrees and programs, we operate with a strategic plan as well, and it's called, our current strategic plan is Reaching Higher Delivering Value. We're going to talk about that a little bit. The biggest change at the Commission in recent years has been that we are now responsible for the distribution of financial aid. So while we used to be pretty much a policy-driven organization, we now are operational as well. And the good news for Indiana is we actually rank first in the Midwest and fourth in the nation in need-based aid. And I know that makes a difference to your schools as well. So we have the charge of distributing close to $350 million of aid every year. And that has changed the nature of our work considerably. But back to the strategic plan, which is about value, and I think that aligns very specifically with our work here today. I'm sure that you are in situations like I'm in almost every day where the value of higher education is sometimes called into question. And it's ironic that at a time when we know that education beyond high school is more important than ever, many are skeptics about the value, and sometimes that stems from affordability or the value of the degree. And so we spend a lot of our time showing the very clear and compelling return on investment for higher education. One of those ways that I think we can do that and build support is exactly why we're here today, which is to talk about how our colleges and universities engage in their communities and create value for their communities. And I think this is a way in which instead of us going to communities and saying higher education is here to save you, we go and say, how can higher education help you? And how can we work together in partnership? And it makes a huge difference in how people, communities, policymakers feel about higher education. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so delighted that we're having the topic today, one in which probably outside of those of you who do this very important work, a lot of people aren't aware of the value added by what you're doing. So the topic came to us from our faculty member, who's going to talk in just a few moments, Dr. Kathy Parkinson. Kathy is entering into her second and soon will be completing her tenure at the Commission as the faculty member. We have 14 members on the Commission, one for each congressional district, one faculty and one student member. The faculty member was actually added in 1990. We did not have a faculty member before that. And I have to tell you that I'm in my 10th year in this job, and without exception, every faculty member who has served has provided incredible value to the work of our Commission, reminding us often of a perspective that some members of our commission don't have, because that's not their daily work. But I would say that we have been especially blessed with the commission member that we have serving on the commission for the faculty this year. You have information in your program about Kathy. I'll mention just a couple things. She's currently serving as the accreditation specialist at Indiana University, Kokomo. It won't surprise you how many times the issue of accreditation or quality or value come up in our discussions, and so her perspective has certainly been very important. Prior to that role, she served as the interim vice chancellor for academic affairs, and as you can see, the list goes on and on. As I mentioned, she's the one who brought this topic to us today, and she's helped us come up with those who will be presenting. And it's now my pleasure to turn the program over to her and just to say once again, thank you for being with us and for the work that you do every day.
Thank you all for being here, and I want to welcome you to this conference. We're very excited about the topic and the speakers, and we think we have a really good lineup for you today. I do want to take just a minute or two and thank a couple of people. I do want to thank Teresa and the Commission for sponsoring this conference and the lunch and the speakers and everything, and we really appreciate all the work of the Commission on this. I need to thank Liz and her cohorts for all the work putting together the brochures and the packets and the registrations and everything. She is a dynamo. We need to thank our supporters, IUPUI, Campus Compact, and Collaboratory Software. You'll hear more about them as the day goes on, but I want to thank them. I want to thank Ivy Tech for hosting us today, and special thanks to Kristen Norris, who really has put a lot of work into helping me find the speakers and stuff for these topics. So can we give a round of applause to all those people?